Mohawk Nation. What were Mohawk homes like in the past? The Mohawk people lived in villages of longhouses, which were large wood frame buildings covered with sheets of elm bark. One Mohawk house could be 100 feet long, and an entire clan lived in it, up to 60 people. Here are some pictures of Iroquois longhouses, like the ones Mohawk Indians used, and a drawing of what a longhouse looked like on the inside. Here's a photograph of an Iroquois longhouse, and here's a picture of what a longhouse looked like on the inside. Today, longhouses are only used for ceremonial purposes. The Mohawks live in modern houses and apartment buildings just like you. What was Mohawk clothing like? Did they wear feather headdresses and face paint? Mohawk men wore breechcloths with leggings. Mohawk women wore wraparound skirts with shorter leggings. Men did not originally wear shirts in Mohawk culture, but women often wore a poncho-like tunic called an overdress. Mohawk Indians usually wore moccasins on their feet. In colonial times, the Mohawks adapted European costume like cloth shirts and blouses, decorating them with beadwork and ribbon applique. Here is a webpage about traditional Iroquois dress and some photographs and links about American Indian clothes in general. The Mohawks didn't wear long headdresses like the Sioux. Mohawk men wore traditional Iroquois headdresses, which are feathered caps with a different insignia for each tribe. The Mohawk headdress has 3 eagle feathers on top. Mohawk women sometimes wore special beaded tiaras. In times of war, Mohawk men shaved their heads except for a scalp lock or a crest down the center of their head, the hairstyle known as a roach or a mohawk. Sometimes they augmented this haircut with splayed feathers or artificial roaches made of brightly dyed porcupine and deer hair. Here are some pictures of these different kinds of Indian headdresses. Mohawk women only cut their hair when they were in mourning. Otherwise, they wore their hair long and loose or plaited into a long braid. Here is a website with pictures of Indian women's hair. Men sometimes decorated their faces and bodies with tattoo art, but Mohawk women generally didn't paint or tattoo themselves. Today, some Mohawk people still wear moccasins or a beaded shirt, but they wear modern clothes like jeans instead of breechcloths, and they only wear feathers in their hair on special occasions like a dance. What was Mohawk transportation like in the days before cars? Did they paddle canoes? Yes, there were 2 types of Mohawk canoes. A canoe made from elm bark was light and fast. A dugout canoe made from hollowed-out logs was long and could carry many people. Here is a website with pictures of different Native American canoe types. Over land, the Mohawks used dogs as pack animals. There were no horses in North America until colonists brought them over from Europe. During the winter, the Mohawks used sleds and laced snowshoes to travel through the snow.